1 second. Shalom, shalom. What? Okay. All right, shalom, shalom. Like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab. I'm one back at you with another lesson. And this is going to go into global food shortages. All right. And I actually got a couple quick I think it's 1, 2, 3 different videos. Every once in a while I use Dabu 7 for for edification. One of the videos goes into, it says food bank demand soars as inflation crushes working poor by design. Another one is food shortages in 6 months. They are telegraphing to us what happens next. And then the next one will be worldwide famine is coming, warns U.S. Senator. Farm crisis hits and chronic shortages. All right. And hey, this is all designed by the government. All right. Which ultimately comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said that there will be famines in the land as punishments, as scourges. All right. And even while all these things are happening, people still not going to turn away from their wickedness. You see? But we keep telling you the same thing over and over and over again. All right. And whether you believe it or not, it's going to end up happening. All right. You're just going to wake up one day and try to go to hit the, the store, and it ain't going to be what you want in there. And you got stupidity just happen. As a matter of fact, I went to Walmart the other day to go grab me some groceries. Right. And when I went there, I did a whole thing of shopping. And then my whole cart was filled. And it's just stupid. This ain't got nothing to do with famine, but it's just stupidity like this that's happening. But you can't even use bags in New Jersey no more. You can't use bag. There's no such thing as bags in a store in New Jersey anymore. All right. So when I went to go get this, to go check out, I realized there was no bags. And I told the lady, I was like, yo, you got to fill up on the bags. She's like, nah, we don't have bags no more. We don't do bags anymore. I'm like, you don't do bags anymore? How am I supposed to bag this? She said, you got to buy bags. Now they had these crazy ass bags that were like 50 cents to $1. You either had these real small bags or they still small. She said they were bigger, but they were still small as hell. But pretty much you're going to end up buying about $10 worth of bags straight up. And I was like, what the hell is the point of this shit? And she said because they're trying to clean up the earth. And it's funny, they try to clean up the earth and save the earth. Meanwhile, I said, meanwhile, the government is actually destroying the earth on a daily basis, and we know that this damn devil's destroying the earth, man. But it was just crazy when you see stupidity like that. That just goes to show you America is literally crumbling to pieces. All right. So when they tell you famine is coming, why wouldn't you take that shit serious? If they just knocked out bags, which was stupid as hell, why would they not knock off food sources in your actual local, supermarket? That's how you got to look at it. It's fucking crazy. All right. So let me go into this. Matter of fact, before I go into that, let me just go into a verse. All right. This is Second Ezra's. You know what? Matter of fact, I got my Bible with me. Yeah, let me do it off my Bible. Um, yeah, let me do it on my Bible. This is Second Ezra's. Matter of fact, let me do it off of this one first, since I just seen that. Going to a couple of them. This is Zechariah 13 and 18, and it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2/3 of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, gotta go. All right. So that's already telling you that there's gonna be a whole lot of death in America. All right. There's gonna be a whole lot of death worldwide with Israelites. All right, because you got to remember that these Israelites are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, but most of them are here in America. All right, right here in North America. This is where most of the most of the elect is, right here in America, and will be beamed up into them chariots from America. All right, and it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is my power. All right. And you're gonna have those that call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are gonna be saved. Just like it tells you in Zephaniah 3 and 9, for then I will turn to my people of a pure language, and they shall serve the Lord with one consent. That pure language is the Lashon Kadash, all right? Straight Paleo Hebrew. You're not about to call on any other name, all right, or in any other language, okay? And the Lord gonna hear you. You have to call upon him as Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go to Ezekiel. I believe it's the 5th chapter. Uh, Give me 1 second. Yeah. Damn, went too far. Ezekiel 5. Yeah. It says 5 and 8, and it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, I, even I, am against thee, and I will execute judgments in the midst of thee in the sight of the nations, and I will do in thee that which I have not done, whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations. All right. And this is, talking about how the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, but also destroying Esau. Okay. It says, I will, therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgment in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. All right. So you got Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai talking about straight cannibalism. All right. Which cannibalism is going to be a popular thing. It tells you that in Baruch 2 and let me get there real quick. Baruch, past it. This is Baruch 2 and 3, and it says, Salakia 2 and 2, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem, all right, which Jerusalem is a people before a place, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter. You see? So cannibalism is gonna be something that's popular in these last days, man. Why? Because there's gonna be no food. All right. And when people start starving, especially when they start to thirst, you know, you could get away with starving a little bit as long as you have water. But once you don't have water, all right, people gonna be on a whole nother level. All right. That's when you start hallucinating, you start bugging out, and then people gonna look like a whole meal, you know, to each other. So cannibalism is gonna be, you know, something that's popular. Okay. Then it says, where, going back to Ezekiel 5 and 11, wherefore as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things and with all thy abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall mine eye spare, neither will I have any pity. All right. So Esau, because of the things that he has created, the detestable things, all right, the things that he's brought upon, the wickedness that he has put upon this whole entire earth, all right, the Lord gonna destroy him, and ultimately the Lord gonna diminish him, all right, disintegrate his ass. He ain't never gonna be able to live again, all right. You ain't never gonna hear of Esau again. You never gonna hear of a so-called white man ever again, all right, which we can't wait for that day, all right, because this damn devil does what? Destroys the earth. Just like you had this lady talking about, oh, they trying to save on bags because they trying to help the earth and save the earth, but damn well this damn devil's killing the earth every fucking single day. You know, this is how brainwashed these people are, man. That they could really fucking actually believe Esau when he says that he's trying to save the earth, but meanwhile you got a fucking million chemtrails in the air, you know. Meanwhile, your food is poisoned with fluoride and all types of bacterias in it. Meanwhile, you got GMO foods all over the place. You can't even enjoy a simple ass fruit without that shit looking like the size of your ass cheek. You know what I'm saying? That should be crazy as hell. And this guy talking about he wanted to save the earth. Bugged out. Right? 12. And it says, a third part of thee will die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee, and a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, all right, and I will draw out a sword after them, all right, because you have to understand things are broken up into, you know, threes. You got the sons of men, you got the sons of the wicked, and then you got the sons of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, okay, which is pretty much going to be mixture of everything, all right, and you know, Israel gonna feel it, all right. They're gonna feel it with famines. They're gonna feel it with the sword. They're gonna feel it with when the time comes for these missiles, all right. The Lord might keep you alive through all three of them. Oh man, that'd be the worst. You know, you get a little bit, a little taste of each one, just to knock your ass out at the end with some straight missiles. Okay. So now let me jump into where I wanted to originally go. Second Ezra's. All right, Second Ezra 16. And one more, Salaki. Um, 16, and let's go with this is 33, 34. I'll start at 33. And it says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall the bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see, men are going to be perishing from straight famine. Women going to be left alone out here. And what's going to end up happening is when these women ain't got no men, they going to bug out, all right? And the women going to end up soddening their children, all right? Tells you that in, let me grab that real quick. In Lamentations 4 and 9. All right. Come on. Go. Lamentations 4 and 9. And it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has accomplished his fury. He has poured out his fierce anger and has kindled a fire in Zion, and it has devoured the foundations thereof. The kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem. All right. So the Lord telling you that women gonna end up boiling their own children. And that's what's gonna happen when these women don't have no men no more. You know, they were pretty much waiting on Tyrone, all right, waiting on Chicho, Chi-Chi, you know, to come, you know, save the day. All these thugged out, you know, wannabes that thought they was tough. The Lord gonna humble their ass and put their ass to sleep. Gonna have their ass going out to the wars, all right, be drafted in the war and get put down. You know, some of these women gonna be drafted in the war too, okay? But eventually these women, especially these powerful ass women, man, these powerful ass women are gonna be on a whole nother level when it comes to this famine. There are a lot of women gonna die. 2/3 of our women, you know, most of these 2/3 are women. There's more women than men on earth. So a lot of these women gonna die, man. All right. And the ones that are still alive, they're just gonna be bugged out doing some crazy shit. You know, gonna be looking like these fucking bugged out ass. Wish I could turn my shit over there. You got a bunch of Amalekite women praying to the trees. They like staring at the trees and praying to them. That shit is crazy as hell. Gonna be bugged out like they ass. All right. So, all right, let me go back to Second Ezra's. All right, this is Second Ezra's. What did I want it? I know it's in. Give me 1 second. I always pass it. I'll start at 19, and it says, oh yeah, 22 is the point. 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges. You see? So these things are going to be happening on earth, but these people are going to continually keep being wicked in their wickedness. They're not even going to acknowledge what's really going on. They're not even going to repent from their ways, man. They just going to continue to keep doing wickedness, man. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You know, victuals going into food, all right? Victuals could be different things, drinks, you know, going out and having a good time. And, you know, like right now, the victuals will be, you know, going on these damn stupid ass vacations and shit like that. Everything's cheap. You could go pretty much anywhere cheap as hell. But in the time of famine, all right, food is going to be scarce. All right. You ain't going to really find it. And, you know, I don't want to say that it's going to be cheap because it's probably going to be mad expensive and shit just for a piece of, for something, because it's going to be hard to find it. All right. But when you do go into victuals, it talks about, food, but because, they ain't going to be too many people, it might be cheap, but even then, you're going to think that you're going to be in good case, and you're not, because evils is still growing upon the earth. Still growing upon the earth. Okay. Now, matter of fact, before I continue to keep going, let me bring out that video, these videos real quick. All right. Let me bring it out. Let me switch my camera view real quick. Oh, select your wrong one. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah. So check it. This is the first one. It says food banks demand soars. Food bank demand soars as inflation crushes working poor by design. Let's see what that says.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Get simply
I knew Satan was gonna be on some bullshit. I had a feeling.
Unlimited, our most affordable unlimited plan with 35 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Forgotten Harvest out of Detroit. They've seen a huge increase in. This is Dabu 7. We're trying to figure out just how bad the food crisis is here in this country.
Oh man.
Look no further than the food banks and their numbers and what they're reporting here. Let's look at Forgotten Harvest out of Detroit. They've seen a huge increase in demand here since December. The demand at the food bank has increased from 25% to 45%. They're saying that in March alone, when energy and food prices soared, demand has jumped 30% over the prior month. So this hunger crisis is countrywide, nationwide at this point. There's a network here of 200 food banks and 60,000 food pantries and different meal programs that feed Americans here. And they've been kicking out data in terms of all this food assistance. And they're saying that that assistance in February increased in nearly every food bank, 85%.
Tell me if y'all can hear that. Somebody give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear that clear. Because you know what? I'll just put it on my... I could put it on my... in my car. Matter of fact, I'll do that because I feel like it's too low. I probably can't even hear it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, it was good? All right, hold on. I'm going to still bring it up louder anyway. Give me 1 second. Coming up right now. All right, there you go. Better. Yep. Y'all gonna hear it clear now. The hell happened here? Come on.
Jump. As we keep reporting on this, some people just remaining oblivious to this, acting like it's not happening or something. But the working poor households have been battered the most by this whole thing. Inflation at March alone, when energy and food prices soared, demand has jumped 30% over the prior month. So this hunger crisis is countrywide, nationwide at this point. There's a network here of 200 food banks and 60,000 food pantries and different meal programs that feed Americans here. and they've been kicking out data in terms of all this food assistance. And they're saying that that assistance in February increased in nearly every food bank, 85%. That is a massive jump. And as we keep reporting on this, some people just remaining oblivious to this, acting like it's not happening or something. But the working poor households have been battered the most by this whole thing. Inflation at a 4-decade high. And when you go year to year, just going off of March, the price of food jumped 10% year to year. Also, the personal savings rate has collapsed to its lowest level since December of 2014, and that is an ominous sign that the consumer is stressed. So we are stretched to the max here, with people just now really starting to realize how bad this is. We are not going to have a good harvest this year in terms of the United States and its production. So I would prepare for a very crappy harvest at the end of 2022. It's all been telegraphed. It's all been warned about. And it's all moving in that direction right now as I speak. So I'm going to leave a link here. Join me on the live stream where I can break this down further.
So that's the scripture right there. All right. Let's grab that real quick. I'll get on to the next video in 1 second. This is 2nd Ezra's 15 and 12. It says Egypt. It says Egypt. Who the fuck? This damn cop. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall bring upon it. And that's talking about America, because America is considered as Egypt today. All right. It says Salakia 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail with the fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. You see? So the Lord gonna put, just like in the time of Egypt, man, when they got hit with famine, they couldn't grow crops, so none of that is gonna be the same thing here. And you just heard this guy talk about how there's gonna be a bad harvest of crops. You know, the best thing you could do is try to do that shit by yourself in your own house, man, right in your backyard, which is not guaranteed, you know, but you got to be prepared for it. You see, because the weather's all fucked up, the weather changing, you know, you got this damn devil that knows how to manipulate the weather and control the weather. They be blocking out the sun, you know. They know exactly how to do these crazy ass tactics, man. All right. Chemtrails alone, throwing them in the air, messes up the air quality, you know. Also blocking out the sun, you see. But this guy's telling you that how things went up, you know, these food banks went up to, I think he said, to 50% within the last month or 2 months. And it's true what he's saying. The ones that are being affected by this is the poor. Those that don't have no jobs, that are barely making it, which is all designed to destroy the poor. You know? This devil knows exactly what he's doing, man. All right? But think about 2020 when we got into that first pandemic. Them food banks was, them food banks had lines for miles and miles and miles. You had even doctors, rich doctors in line for food banks and shit like that, man. Imagine the second time around, which they already know what's going to happen because they designed it. They pretty much did it the first time. The first pandemic was a test to see how the world's going to react to it, what's going to happen, how, you know, going back to order, add chaos, man. Problem, reaction, solution. You see? That's right. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You see? All these places that once had food gonna be found empty out here, man. And then that's just gonna cause riots because people get fucking, oh man, people get nasty when they ain't got no food, man. You see? When people get hangry, it's a wrap. You see? People gonna start bugging, fighting. They gonna start trying to loot up houses, loot up stores, and ain't gonna be no more stores and you know, supermarkets with food because people just gonna get nasty with it. All part of Jacob's trouble. Okay, let's go to this next video. All right, this one is called Food Shortages in 6 Months. Lock here. That'd be so stupid ass.
Download the Domino's app today and become a Piece of the Pie Rewards member to earn points toward free pizza.
Sorry. Fucking retarded ass shit. We talking about food and they make sure they're telling you to come get your free pizza. Come on, man. Let me move up a little bit, see if I get a different connection. It could be because where I'm at.
Real Cowboys customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
1 second.
Dude,
Here we go.
sitting on them or just sitting at the docks, not getting shipped out. This in turn is affecting the world. So this is Dapu 7. We've been talking about the supply chain. We've been talking about food shortages, but it looks like they're ratcheting this whole thing up a bit, and it's all by design and going ahead as planned. We're looking here at the Chinese economy as well, seeing it grinding to a halt as they're shutting everything down in this new wave, and their ports just got boats just anchored all over the place with goods sitting on them or just sitting at the docks, not getting shipped out. This in turn is affecting the world. So that seems to be orchestrated fully by the government there out of China. And then we see a lot of blame being pitched on everything that's going on with Russia and Ukraine, and that causing supply chain issues. Then throw in on top of it inflation and everything else that's been going on, stacked on top of our own supply chain issues that were sparked here on the West Coast. This all ties into someone's big agenda out of the WEF. You know, someone called Klaus Schwab, him and his buddies, and all the goons that go back to their website that track back to be a member of this big global thing that is formed. That's right. When you've got people from all these other countries joining this big club, I think you should pay attention. Now, they like to telegraph things. They like to hide it in movies. They like to put it right out there so you know in advance that it's going to happen. It's almost like it's part of the rules to the game. And in this instance, they're telegraphing within 6 months, by the end of the summer, food shortages en masse. I've talked about this and the reasons for this, without just saying, hey, it's going to happen. We've looked at a lot of different issues, from the weather to fertilizer, things like that, that have stifled anything that we're going to grow here in America this year. The snowpack out there at Jackson Station, which is normally over 60 inches, was 2 inches. People got hell in a handbasket coming because they're turning a cheek to all this. This is real deal. I've also got my hands on some key information that I'm going to be covering exclusively tonight on the live stream. Information that dates back years ago that shows that they knew all of this in advance, and they actually have in the simulation that in the year 2022, this whole food shortage thing kicks off. It's right there years ago in the simulation. I'm going to cover that tonight on the live stream. Make sure to join me. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find links below to DLive and Patriot TV. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to make sure you're getting alerted for all my videos. They like to censor me. It's been Dabu7. Much love.
See, like, he telling you straight up, all right? He telling you straight up that these devils know exactly. You know what? Let me switch it to my camera because it looks like they're not showing anything. They're just showing the same picture. Give me 1 second. Because y'all can pretty much hear it. I'll just put it loud. All right, there we go. So this devil is literally telling you what he's gonna do, man, ahead of time. And these people still don't believe it, which that's something that the Illuminati does. They actually do it. All right, you know how we are fools for Yahweh's sake? Well, they pretty much do something like on the reverse side, where they try to be like fools for Satan's sake. And they show you the things that they're going to do before they do it. The shit is bugged out. And like he said, they show you in movies, you know. They show they show you in so many different ways, man. You know, gradualism, you know, predictive programming, all of that shit. They're telling you ahead of time that it's going to happen. They just told, this is the one, yeah, 6 months. Within 6 months, we going to have food global shortages, all right? China holding off with all those boats. You know, China's one of the main exporters that we get stuff from, all right? And what's going to end up happening is when these food shortages go down and we start getting put into these FEMA camps, they're going to have, this is why you had Bill Gates basically start buying off all these different farming systems, you know, because he want to offer you synthetic meat. He gonna have food for you. He just gonna have some fake ass food for you, not real food. All right. Me and the brother Nahar did like 2 weeks back. We did a video on. He brought it out how they were destroying these different plantations that carry food. You know, there was like, I think it was 13 of them, and out of 13 of them, 8 of them were burnt down. You know, this is shit that they're doing purposely. They're paying off farmers and big businesses to get rid of all this food. Big money they paying for this shit, man. They will not care to throw your ass about $10 million for you to put your business out and nobody eats. They'll make sure your ass is gonna be good, but they want the masses to starve, man. All planned by design. You see? Call Elohim La Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, because that's Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah putting the spirit on these devils to make these moves. All right, which is gonna end up affecting them also. Okay, let's go into this last video, which it says, worldwide famine is coming, warns U.S. Senator, farm crisis hits and chronic shortages, right? Let's go into it. I might go into a straight stupid ass commercial. 1 second, it's loaded. Yeah, it's gonna go into a stupid commercial. And again, this is all really being done for.
Hi, this is Governor Ron DeSantis. We are fighting the good fight in the state of Florida. And the
wow,
and the corporate.
That's funny because that's spiritual. Not what he was saying, but scriptures say, "Fight the good fight of faith." You know, when we're put in this whole scenario, you're gonna have to fight the good fight of faith. You see, you're gonna have to have full faith on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah to get you out of these movements, man. That's the only way you're gonna make it out of here. Any other way, you're just not gonna make it. You need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai. Without Yahweh Shai, we're nothing. We're worms. we're just as good as dead. All right. Let me put it up real quick. Go.
This is Dapu 7. The situation here globally with food is getting worse by the day. Some people ignoring the situation, but those that see what's coming are getting plans together and making moves quickly. As the price of things continue to go up, as inflation continues to kill the dollar, that is what is affecting Americans, but globally. Every person out there that's trying to get their hands on some food is finding it more difficult than the years or even weeks past. They're now saying that we're heading toward a famine here of large proportions, and it looks like, by all means, this is going to be staged and engineered because they got money for war, but not to feed the poor. Period. Without any excuses. Doesn't matter who it is. Any 1%er out there doesn't want to help the poor, there's no excuse. Doesn't matter how much you're in love with them, how much you like them and their image. Actions speak louder than words. And we have a senator that just stepped up and says, we've never seen anything like this, that we are facing an imminent famine. So the U.S. senator admitting that we are heading into the direction of a large-scale famine that is being engineered 100%. So there's no one else to blame but the politicians and those that people have allowed to control things, unless you want to take the power back and do something about that. You see. Hopefully at some point, hopefully this summer, we see people spring into action and rise. We need some kind of movement in this country to take the freedom and the power back.
See, that's one thing we don't do. We don't do no, because sometimes this guy, he be bringing out good edification, but he be saying some dumb shit pretty much like that, because I believe he be part of these elites too. Fuck that. Because he be having some crucial information. And sometimes the elites will use people like that. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to fight back. We're not going to stand up. None of that. Why? Because we're going to believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. He going to deliver us. We going to only stand up with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We ain't got to join these people that are going to be rioting and trying to stand up against the government. All them people going to die, man. You know? Tells you that in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. You know how they going to stand up against against their own governments. Great insurrections, sedition among men, all that. We ain't got to do none of that, though. We just going to remain patient and wait on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to deliver us out of that moment. Okay? And I was laughing before because this damn he done stole Tupac's line. Anyway, let me finish the rest of this, like 30 seconds.
Or they're going to wash it all away. Matter of fact, that is the plan by design. And it's hidden in the open. Actually, books written on it and everything else. If people just took the time to find it, it's right there. So what's coming around the corner is all by design. Make sure to join me for the live streams or talk about things like this censorship-free in more detail. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find links below. Hit that subscribe button for more. And make sure to check that bell notification.
So basically, you got this guy that, and these 3 videos were released within 3 days each. So he did one pretty much every single day. You see? This is not a joke, man. They're about to really starve everybody out. And this, I don't know where you brothers is at, or you few sisters, but I know around my way, it goes up and down. You'll see food every once in a while, and then you won't see shit. And then all of a sudden, food will come back around. And that's why people don't take it serious, because they see that the food comes back around, But it's just going to be one day that your ass is going to see no food, and it ain't going to come back, You're going to be really waiting for about a month, 2 months. You're going to be forced to go into these food banks. I advise, this is what I advise brothers and sisters, and it's true. All right, now we're not no doomsday preppers, all right, but you got to use wisdom, all right? A brother put me on this a while back, and I did it, I invested in silver coins. If you go to, it's called, I think it's called, Amex, or is it Apex? It's a coin website, and what you do is you buy an ounce of silver. If you got the money for gold, you buy an ounce of gold at a time. But you know, cheap one is ounce of silver. So you buy an ounce of silver, and right now, an ounce of silver is like anywhere from like $25 to like $28. So what happens is you buy that. So when the dollar collapses, all right, you're able to have silver to back that up. So your $28 piece of ounce of silver is gonna go up to being, let's just say, $150 or $200. You see? So it's a major flip that you do. You have some type of money backed up. You want to get yourself, you know, when you have the money, you do it. You buy it. Okay? Then the second thing you do is you go buy yourself a couple 5-gallon buckets, get them on Amazon, and then you get these things called Marlar bags, which they pretty much suck oxygen out of whatever you're using it for. And you go buy yourself, you know, 20-pound bags of rice. You know, you don't have to buy a lot of them. You know, you buy a few of them. Right now I got like 4 of them at the house. And what you do is you buy some beans too. All right, and then you go grab the 1 bag of rice with some beans, and you throw it in the bag, and then you iron that shut. You throw the Marlar bag, the little air thing that they put in there, because it just sucks up all the air basically, and it keeps it fresh. It preserves it for 12 years. You know, we ain't gonna be here that long, that's for damn sure. But it's more just for when the time of the famine, you are prepared with at least a little bit of food. Nobody said go out there and fill your whole house to the point where you made a whole nother house, you know, but you fill yourself up with like four or 5 buckets, man. That's just being smart, having wisdom, because this devil's gonna make that move, you see. And then the last one is you get yourself a little medikit, you know, because anything can happen, you know. So you want to have some type of things to heal yourself just in case, you know, bandages and, you know, things to clean cuts and, you know, triple antibiotic ointments and things like that, you know, because like I said, things is going to get ugly, man. All right. And people going to be hurting on a heavy note. And it's like the more we talk about it, the more these people don't believe, but the more you see shit coming out on the news about it. You know, like I said, this guy did 3 videos in 3 days talking about famine. He obviously got some key information, which I'm waiting for that video he was talking about, you know. But hey, this is real. That's a curse. Let me go to that real quick. This is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. The Lord said that this will happen, man, that we will have famine. Deuteronomy 28, and see, it's got exactly where it's at. Gotta look for it real quick. I think it's toward the end. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. 28 and yeah, 28 and 47. And it says, because thou serve not the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, for he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee. All right. And we know that, you know, that's talking about slavery, you know, but at the same time, we're still going to be sent in hunger and in thirst to this damn devil for the want of all things. You know, that was happening before and it's still happening. Okay. Let me jump down a little bit. It says, and he shall eat, 51, it says, And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou hast been destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, flocks, or of the sheep, until he hath destroyed thee. Yeah, so he's going to take all of our goods. This is why he goes into these different lands and takes all of our great good resources, natural resources that we have, that we need, and he keeps them for himself. You see? All right. It says, give me 5 minutes. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trusted throughout all the land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has given thee. Yeah, gonna lock us down. You know, when you siege something, you taking over that. You pretty much building fences around the place, you know, which he's gonna do that. He's gonna lock this out where people can't go in and out, you know. A man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able to. Okay. Then it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body and the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power has given thee in the siege, straighten it wherewith thine which the Lord thy power has given thee in the siege and in the straightness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee. You see? And we're gonna be stressed out, man. We're gonna be distressed. That's part of Jacob's trouble. When you go into that word trouble, it goes into that, you know, trouble, stress, you know, difficult times, right? Then it says 55, and it says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, because whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege, in the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. All right. 57, and toward her young one, actually, let me 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband and of her bosom, and toward her son and toward her daughter. And you know, we just talk about the woman, all right, but point is right here. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of things secretly in the siege and straightness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in the gate. See, going back to how your women gonna be eating their own kids secretly just to get by. You see, when they're in the siege, when they're locked down, when this place has got all hell breaking loose. Okay. Then it says, one thing that's pretty much, yeah, because then it goes into being scattered. But those are all showing you that we're going to be in famine, man. All right. Now, let me grab this, and I'll pretty much end it off on that. This is Isaiah. This is, actually, this is Matthew. I think it is. Yeah, Matthew. Come on. This is Matthew 6:25, and it says, therefore I say unto you, come on. Come on, man. Damn. This is so annoying. This damn shit's freezing, man. Grab it from my book. This is Matthew 6:25. And it says, take no thought. Man. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not so much better than they? See, so we don't have to worry about those things because the Lord gonna take care of us at the end of the day. He take care of his birds, right? He take care of all these other animals, right? So he gonna take care of his elect because he has care for his elect. He not gonna leave his elect stranded like that, man. Those that believe are gonna be taken care of. Okay. Now the scripture is in Isaiah, and I'll end it on that. Damn, I can't get it out. It's on the tip of my tongue. This is Isaiah 65:13, and it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Here it goes. Fucking froze. Slovakia. Fucking Satan and his devices, man. He be claiming all these good ass devices, and them shit's shitty as hell. All right. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, and ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You see? So at the end of the day, the Lord gonna take care of his elect, man. We ain't gonna have to worry about none of that, man. All right? Because the Lord gonna watch out for us every single second. The angels gonna be around us, protecting us. You know, we might run into bunkers full of food. You know, angels is always around us, and sometimes they just, you know, that's why it says be not forgetful to entertain strangers, because some of them have been, you know, angels unaware. You know, you might run into somebody and it's a straight angel hooking you up, telling you to come over here and grab this, man. I got something for you, you know? So when you hear these famines, fear not, because the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, man. Okay? So these famines are about to come upon us, and all you could do is just stay prayed up and ask Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to have mercy upon you, your household, all right? Those that are in this truth, pray for the brothers, pray for the few sisters, you know? And the Lord gonna take care of us, man. We're gonna be good at the end of the day. All right. So with that being said, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Stay prayed up. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah. Shalom.